What is up, App Nation? It is Steve P. Young, founder of appmasters.com, the place you go when you want action-packed content in the app business, the podcast, the YouTube channel that you should be subscribed to when you really want to know how to grow in the app business. In this video, my friend Shamav Rao, who is the founder of RocketShipHQ.com, if you guys are looking for paid advertising help, go check him out. It is once again RocketShipHQ.com. He's gonna walk you through how to calculate your LTV, your lifetime value of a user with very little data. It's a simple formula and you can follow along with him as he shows you real data and then calculates the app's LTV based on the data that he currently has. So without further ado, here is my man, Shamav.
Hey everyone, this is Shaman from RocketShip HQ. In this video, I'm going to show you how to calculate the LTV of a user without a lifetime of data. I'm obviously half flippant when I say that because there's no way in the world you're going to get a lifetime of data. And we're going to start by defining what LTV means or it could mean for you. In most cases and for most apps that I've worked with, an LTV typically is related to a specific time frame. It's either day 60, day 365, day 180, and whatnot. Right? In this case, we're going to model out getting the day 365 LTV, but certainly you can use the same approach for day 180, day 60, or what have you. And the goal here is to take a limited amount of data, perhaps day 30 data, or even day 7, right? And extrapolate it to get your day 365 LTVs without requiring elaborate databases, without requiring any programming, and with just the help of a spreadsheet. Okay, so we start with what is already available to you. You may not have day 365 data, but most often you will have day 30 cohorted revenues like this. Again, in this case, I'm going to assume for the sake of simplicity, just one revenue stream, which is, in this case, it could just be IAPs, in-app revenue, in-app purchase revenues after day 1, day 2, day 3, and so on and so forth until day 30. This is usually available in your MMPs. If you see here, I have this just open revenue after day 1, after day 2, day 3, and so on and so forth until day 30 is available readily here, right? And you can get this by channel. I typically recommend doing it by channel. You can also get this by geos, right? But I'm going to illustrate the overall approach here, which you can apply however you might want to do this. Great. Okay, so here's our exported data after day 1, day through day 30. This is what the revenue stream looks like for each of these sources for a specific time frame, right? And our problem statement, so to speak, is how do we take this, convert, and estimate our day 365 LTVs? Great, let's get going. Okay, so I'm going to take this, I'm going to put this into this Google spreadsheet because I like Google spreadsheets better, but I'm sure you can do this in Excel just as well, right? So what I'm going to do is calculate ARPU, right? I'm going to say D1 ARPU, which is, there we go. Perfect. You have D1 ARPU, D1 through D30 ARPU. Let's calculate these two sources for now, okay? So D1 ARPU to D3. Perfecto, as we say in Spain. Perfect, great. Okay, so here we are. We need to make sure this is right. Yeah, this formula is right. And we will. Perfect. Great. Cool. So we have day 7 and day 30 numbers. Day 1 to 30 numbers. For the sake of simplicity, let's just do AppLovin and organic, right? So this is ARPU, organic, and this is going to be ARPU app11. Perfect. Great. So here's what we're going to do. And this is day, right? So day 1 through whatever. Good. Perfect. Let's see. Let's do our magic here. Insert chart. Perfect. Right. We have a chart. Let's make this okay. I mean, it shouldn't matter too much. Scatter chart's fine. Let's do this. Okay. So here's what we want to do. We're like, look, from day 1 through day 7, day 10, day 30, this is the shape of the curve. Right? And as you go beyond day 30, this is going to continue. Right? So our goal is to estimate what this curve will look like at day 365, right? Or day 180 or day 60 or what have you. Right? So at this point, it's day $1.22. That's the ARPU. At day 30, we want to see, right, at day 60, it could be 165 or 180 or whatnot, depending on the shape of this curve. Okay, so cool. So we have organic by day. Here's what we want to do. We want to add a trend line. Good. And the type, I would make this a power series. Okay, good. And line thickness, I will make it a little thinner. This is okay, never mind. It doesn't matter. Right? Label, use the equation. Perfect. So this is the equation of the power curve. So let's do this, right? Okay, good. So here's our equation for this curve. Great. Now we're going to take this equation. We're going to plug it into this table. So here's how it works. First of all, I'm going to take the first one, and I'm going to extrapolate this to, right, 365 days. Perfect. 365 days. Good. Okay. And our equation is 0.323x power 0.395. Great. 0.323 times x power 0.395. Good. Yeah, there we go, 125. This is more continuous. Obviously, there's a bit of a jump here, 122 to 125. That's the nature of the beast, right? Okay, good. So here's our extrapolated retention curve, right? So here we are. From day 30, we've gone on to day 365. And that's it, really, right? So you had day 30 at 122. Day 365 is 332. This is just for organics. And let's do this, right? So how do we sort of make sense of this for our acquisition, right? A lot of acquisition activity is done based on a day 7 calculus. So let's say day 7 ARPU. Let's do organics for now. D7 ARPU 0.71, D30 ARPU, D30 LTV, because, well, that's what we're calculating, right? D7 LTV, right? D30 is 122, and D60 is 163, D90 is 191, D180 should be, D180 is 251, 332, right? 2.51, 3.32. This is D365, D180, D90, D60. Perfect. So if you're buying on a D7 basis, you know that your LTV is, so you need to, and let's say, assume you need to recover, your target is to recover 100% of your costs by day 365. Then you need to recover Q2 by day 365, 21% by day 7, right? And 36% by day 30, 49% by day 60, 57% by day 90, 180, 75% by day 180, and of course, all of it by day 365. Okay. And of course, this is true if you have one stream of revenue. If you have multiple streams of revenue, for instance, IAPs plus ad revenue, you will have to use a different approach, and we can cover that in a different video. Or if you have day-wise ad revenue available, which some providers do provide, you can certainly use a very similar approach for ad revenue just as well. Well, I hope this was helpful. All the best. Thank you.
All right, guys, that was it. Make sure you let me know what you thought in the comments below. And make sure you hit that like button if you got any value out of this video. And if you want to learn more about working with Shimoff on how to grow your installs using paid advertising, go check them out. It is RocketShipHQ.com. It's also linked up into the description below. And I'll see you on the next video. Click the top video if you want to see the video ad format that is working for Shimoff and his team, and click the bottom video if you want to learn how to lower your cost per install on Instagram advertising. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.